Welcome to this Machon Smicha presentation. The point of this video is to go through showing you how to access your account on the website and how to access the Machon Smicha portal, where there is all the shiurim and the resources and the content for you to be able to learn effectively. Okay, so when you signed up for the Smicha program, either paying monthly or paying upfront, part of the process of going through signing up was that you created an account on the website. You create an account with a username and a password. So now the system will have automatically given you access to the Smicha courses as a result of signing up for Smicha. So I'm going to show you in this video how to access that and what to do. So the first thing to do is you go to the website, onlinemachon.com, the Machon Smicha website. You'll see in the top right corner there is a little button that says My Account. So you click on My Account. You see it says My Account Login, and you put in your either username or email address and the password you created when you signed up for Machon Smicha and made an account. I'm going to pause the video here while I log in, and I will pick up the video after I'm logged in already. All right. Once you've logged in, you'll see a page that looks like this. It says My Account. Over here it says Test Student, because this is just a test account that we're using to fiddle around with the settings. But in your account, it'll say your name. It says 4 courses, 0 completed, 0 certificates, 0 points. And what are the 4 courses you're currently enrolled in? It says your courses. You're enrolled in Shabbos, Taruvas, Melicha, Machal Yaakov, and Basar B'chalav, the 4 courses that make up the entire Smicha course. The way we do it is we start with Basar B'chalav, then we move to Melicha and Machal Yaakov, then we move to Taruvas, and then we move to Shabbos. Let's put these courses on hold for a second. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the page, look at what we're dealing with over here, and then we'll come back. So on the bottom of the page, you basically have all your account information where you can change things. So if you click on orders, you'll see, every time you were charged, subscriptions, similar idea, downloads, addresses, payment methods that you can change the card on file, etc. Account details, you can change your username, you can change your password, etc. And log out is for logging out. Point is, the bottom of this page over here is where you can change the information with regards to your account. All right, let's move back up to the top of the page. Let's talk about the courses. Okay, so like I said, we start with Basar B'chalav, we start with the bottom course, then we move to Melicha, Machal Yaakov, then we move to Taruvas, then we move to Shabbos. In order to access the other courses, in other words, Melicha, Machal Yaakov, Taruvas, and Shabbos, you will have to have previously concluded and successfully completed the other course. So for example, if I click on Melicha and Machal Yaakov, what I'm going to get is an error that's going to come up and say, to take this course, you need to complete the following course first, Basar B'chalav. If I go back, click on Taruvas, I'm going to get exactly the same thing. It's going to say, to take this course, you need to complete the following courses first, Basar B'chalav and Melicha and Machal Yaakov. And if I do the final one, if I click on Shabbos, I'm going to get exactly the same thing. To take this course, you need to complete the following courses first, Basar B'chalav, Taruvas, Melicha, Machal Yaakov. Point is, each one builds on the other. Okay, so we can't access Melicha, Machal Yaakov, we can't access Taruvas, we can't access Shabbos, but we can access Basar B'chalav. So let's click on it and see what we get. All right, so we click on Basar B'chalav, and here we see Basar B'chalav. There's a bar on top that has the percentage completed of the course. Yours will say 0% completed. The reason why it says 30 is just because this is an account. Like I said, we're fiddling around with the settings, but yours will say 0, and as you progress through the course, it'll get closer and closer to 100%, and once you finish the course, it'll be 100%. All right, the next thing you can see, it says course content. You see there's a bunch of different things. General, this is just general info. Introduction to Basar B'chalav, this is a lot of important introductory information. And then every siman, every chapter in the Shulchan Aruch of Basar B'chalav has its own heading. So siman Pei Zayin, Pei Ches, Pei Tes, we don't do siman Tzadik, so Tzadik Aleph, Tzadik Beis, etc., all the way till the end. All right, let's click on one and see what we get. All right, when we click on one, we begin. This is where the home of the Machon Smicha portal. You can navigate on the left and go through the different things. So right now we're in general. General is broken up into 4 topics, as you can see on the left. The first one is how to use your Machon Smicha account. That's this video you're currently watching. The next one is welcome to Machon Smicha presentation. That just has a presentation with a bunch of important information with regards to Machon Smicha, etc. Helpful info, especially when getting started and just learning the program, etc. The third topic is something called how to learn Shulchan Aruch. That basically, especially when people start learning, they start the Smicha journey, sometimes they feel a little bit confused or overwhelmed how to go about their learning, how to structure it. So this gives you step-by-step instructions how to do it. As you progress in your learning and, 1 or 2 or 3 weeks in, you'll find your groove, you'll find the way that learning works for you. But definitely at the beginning, it's helpful to follow this just because, you're not sure, some people are not sure what to expect. So this is helpful. And the fourth thing is the learning schedule. So you can see it says Hilchas Bas B'Chalav schedule. It'll tell you the course dates, and it tells you exactly, here's a calendar, exactly when we're learning what, when we're starting, etc. And if it's too small, you feel like you can't read it properly, you can just click on it and zoom in, and then you can, see it clearly. All right, so that's the general info, pretty straightforward. It's primarily information that's relevant for when starting the course. After, you're 2 or 3 days in, you probably don't need, besides for the schedule, but besides that, you don't need anything. All right. Let's move on to Introduction to Basar B'Chalav over here. Let's click on it. So you can see again on the left, Introduction to Basar B'Chalav is made up of 3 topics and 1 quiz. Let's go through each one. The first one is called Introduction to a Page of Tur and Shulchan Aruch. If you click on it, you see Introduction, a page of Tur and Shulchan video shir. There's a shir with a presentation. Here are the slides from the presentation that you can look at after the shir. And here's some important info that was covered in the shir. It's basically just to learn, how to navigate a page of Shulchan Aruch. The next topic is called Introduction to Halacha. Similar a shir. It's all about the chain of the halachic tradition, transmission of halacha, the development of halacha. You can listen to the shir, and here's just some notes that come out of the shir. That's the second topic. The third topic is what's called Introduction to Hilchas Basar B'Chalav. Same thing, also a shir with some relevant info that comes out of the shir or is in addition to the shir. All right, so there's basically 3 layers of introduction. The first is just introduction to, a page of Shulchan Aruch. The second one is introduction to the halachic, chain of transmission, chain of development. And then the third one is introduction to Hilchas Basar B'Chalav, which is what we're going to be focusing on in this course. And then the fourth thing is a quiz. This quiz is great because if you go all the way to the bottom and you press, you answer your answer and you put finish quiz, you'll get instant feedback as to how well you did. I didn't do very well. I got 0. And if you press view questions, this is actually very helpful because every question that you get wrong or right, it'll tell you. So you see here, it says incorrect, but it doesn't tell me which answer is the right one. And that's very important because you're able to retake the quiz multiple times. So it's important that, you not be given away the answer so that the next time when you take the quiz, you can actually improve yourself, etc. All right, so that's the introduction. Pretty straightforward. Then we get into the actual Basar B'Chalav. Then we get into the actual Shulchan Aruch, and you will see it says Siman 87 on the side, Shiurim, Shulchan Aruch Study Guide, and Siman 87 quiz. The point is, if you look on the left, you'll see that every single siman looks exactly the same. There's the Shiurim, there's the Shulchan Aruch Study Guide, and there's the quiz. So let's say I'll go to Siman 87, I'll click on the Shiurim. Here is, all the Shiurim to listen to. You can also speed up the shiurim if you like to. Some people think I speak too slowly, or you can slow it down if you think I speak too fast. That's helpful. Point is, here's all the shiurim for the siman, and it tells you exactly what. See here, shiur 2, siman 87 1 through 3, siman 87 3 to 4 tells you exactly what the shiur is on. That's the first element within every siman, the shiurim. The second one is the Shulchan Aruch Study Guide. So we've mailed you a hard copy of the Shulchan Aruch Study Guide, which, you can use to learn, but we're also making a digital version available over here, if you don't have your study guide or you want to learn on a computer for whatever reason. And obviously this is very small, but you can, you just make it full screen and you're able to, I know the screen just got cut off over there, but you're able to learn properly. So that is very helpful when you don't have your study guide on you or whatever it is. You can do that. All right, and the last thing is in every siman is also a quiz. Here it's the same thing. I could do finish quiz now, etc. And it's the same thing exactly for every siman. So you see siman 88, same thing shiurim. There is only one shiur on the siman. Shulchan Aruch study guide, the same thing. If you can't see it properly, you just either zoom in or you make it full screen. And there's a quiz. If I click on it, I'll see the quiz, etc. And it's the same thing. Every siman is exactly the same. All right. That basically covers everything I wanted to cover in the video. The last thing I want to talk about is the final test. So if you see over here 1 of 2, you see over here it says Basar B'Chalav final. So this is the final quiz, final exam, call it whatever you want, on the entire course. Once you finish Basar B'Chalav, you come here and you're ready to take the final course to move on to the next course. You press start quiz. Now you'll see over here I've gotten an error which says you must first complete the following Siman 97 quiz. Now what that means is that you're not going to be able to take the final Basar B'Chalav exam unless you've taken and passed all the other quizzes. So that's the quiz on the introduction and the quiz on each siman and passed them. Passing is 70%. That's very helpful both for us, the faculty of Machon Smicha, because that way we know the people who are taking the test are at least somewhat ready. They've been quizzed already, they've been tested already to some extent, and they're ready to go. And it's also helpful for you as the student, as the learner, because then you won't feel as though you're going into a test completely unaware of what to expect. You've already taken over 10 quizzes. You've gotten used to the style of questions. You've actually been quizzed on all this material previously, and you've passed it, so which means you do have some working knowledge of it. Obviously the final is more difficult because it's the whole Basar B'Chalav together, but the point is it's definitely helpful in the sense that it does give you do have some idea that you're up to the task. All right, then assuming you take this final and you pass, then if you go back to your account page on the website, then the Melichem Achal Yaakov course will then be unlocked and you can access it. All right, so just in summary, the way to access your account is you go to onlinemachon.com, which is our website. You go to my account, you log yourself in, and you'll see the courses which you're currently enrolled in, and you can access all the content by clicking on it, etc. One very important thing that I would say is that if some people are going to get this right away, they're going to figure out how to use the website straight away. They're going to have an easy road in. Some people have a bit of a more difficult, challenging time, and that's totally fine. If you do have questions, you can definitely reach out to myself or Rabbi Garevich. This is what we do. This is what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to make it accessible. And if you just have questions about your account or setting up the website, etc., definitely reach out, and we will do whatever we can to help you and to figure everything out. All right, we'll stop there for today. Yashir Koyach.